What up, Folkadokes? I'm your graphics rogue, and I'm here with another Rome 2 online replay. I am playing as Athens, and my enemy plays as the Roman legions. I brought with me a few picked hoplites, some Thracian mercenary peltasts, some thorax hoplites, and a few Hippias lancers, as well as one citizen cavalry. Now, a lot of people like to bring assumptions and preconceived notions with them into battlefields. A lot of people, and I used to do this, a lot of people come into battle with like Rome or a Hellenic faction and see you playing as a barbarian faction or even as Athens and think it's an easy win for them. They think they can count. There's a million ways to counter these factions, and they could just destroy any barbarian faction. And they think Athens is one of the garbage factions of the game that can be destroyed in any way at all times. And that is just not always the case. And I love to just tear people's preconceived visions of reality from their heads and just present it to them in a nice fluidy goo and like, what is this? This isn't what it used to be. I don't know what happened. It's different now. And I like to do that. And so I thought I would try to look at Athens and see if I could just change the way that people think about Athens a little bit. Unfortunately, you can still keep those preconceived notions about Sparta because Sparta's just shit, unfortunately. They have been just given no love by Creative Assembly. Sparta's just have very few good units. But Athens, however, they have a few pretty damn good units. They have some good good missile units. They have these mercenary Thracian peltasts for one. Cavalry, they have Hippias lancers, which are pretty damn good charge infantry. Pretty damn good charging cavalry, shot cavalry. They have 57 charge. That can be pretty damn good. And they have the trample. And they have these picked hoplites, which have a 42 attack. No, 42 attack is 61 melee defense. And the thorax swordsman, which has melee defense and melee attack, which are pretty good. Thorax swordsman is pretty good. Thorax hoplites are pretty good. If Sparta had thorax swordsmen, they could be a little more tougher to deal with. If Sparta just had the thorax swordsmen, it could boost them up quite a bit. But right here, we are going to go ahead with our citizen cav and our Hippias lancers over here. My enemy has brought with him some legionary cav, general's bodyguard, legionary cav, and he's got some war dogs as well as a lot of armored legionnaires. Did he bring any Praetorians? No Praetorians, but he brought Syrian auxiliary Syrian archers. So I'm sending my general Hippias lancers to the corner over here, try to get him off balance. Now the great thing about these picked hoplites, they have pretty decent kill. They're not complete shit when it comes to killing, but they have damn good holding power, damn good defense. So if I just send my guys up there, I can hold the enemy for a while. Enough time to let my cavalry do their work, and I have some decent cavalry. These Hippias lancers will do some devastating damage on the charge. Let us speed this up a little bit. Let's get right. Oh shit! Right into their guys over there. That is just delicious. Now let's see what exactly problems we did. Damn! Already 35 kills on those legionary cavalry. We just smacked them. Now we're moving ahead with our main Athenian infantry line. These picked hoplites are pretty good. They're pretty good at holding. I'm gonna send them up here, and I just want them to hold this line. They will be able to hold. Eventually, the Roman legions will cut the picked hoplites down, but they will hold long enough. And I have these mercenary Thracian peltasts, which I'm going to start slamming down on some of their units over here. Am I aiming at their infantry or missiles? I think I start to aim at their infantry units. And over here, I send some thorax hoplites to help in the cavalry engagement. But already that legionary cav is routed. And once this thorax hoplite gets into this gets into these the rest of these Roman infantry, Roman cavalry units, my citizen cavalry here is already starting to rout. But we will win this. We will win this battle once the hoplites get in here, start getting into these horses. And we have just now gotten into the Romans. Look at that. That is delish. And now it is a battle. But he has so many units, and that's the way the maniples work. They have a lot of units to deal with different situations. So I have my thorax hoplites and my swordsmen out here. I wanted to go to the corners and see if I could smack the backs of his auxiliary archers with some of these guys. And already these swordsmen are starting to rout because they're just getting smacked from the sides. I think I have my mind on a lot of other situations on the battlefield right now. So they're routing because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on with them. And they have two of these armored legionnaires just smacking right into the sides of my thorax hoplite. That is not a good idea. I had my eye on the other parts of the battlefield, so my micro was not great there. But I am see, the main killing power in this army build right here is the Hippias Lancers and the mercenary Thracian Peltasts. They have devastating damage. And I'm starting to fire on some of these guys right now, see if I can get their morale down, but it's just hurting my morale too, so that wasn't a great idea. And these guys are routing. These guys are both routing. Not sure if they'll come back though. But I send my flanking battle has been won over here. We have won the battle against their cavalry, so I'm sending my cavalry all the way around to start smacking at the backs of their Syrian archers, and right there into the backs of their Roman legionnaires. That is why I brought the picked lancers, the picked hoplites. Boom, smack right into the backs of their armored legionnaires. That is why you want to bring them, because they will hold for a long time. They have great holding power, these picked hoplites. And they see the devastation. They're trying to send some legionnaires over to the sides to help out, but these guys are damn near about to rout. They just got destroyed. Now I'm pulling some of these lancers back to see if I can get another charge on another position. And we have some cavalry over here running down the rest of their Syrian archers, and they're not doing great. These guys have come back from routing. I don't see it, but they have. And that is my mistake. And I see it right now, and I started to bring them back. And we are starting to send some fire javelins to some of these guys, starting to cut down some of their morale. Look how much my picked hoplites have been cut down right there. They got 60 kills. 61 kills. They're getting a decent amount of kills. A decent amount of kills for the holding power. They have, boom, we smacked right into the backs of those armored legionnaires. They're getting some damn good kills. Damn good kills for what they are, hoplites. And these guys have got some good kills. Oh, what happened to these guys? These guys only got 2 kills right there. And we are beginning to rout more and more of their legionnaires over here. They're beginning to waver. We got some fire arrows on them. These guys did not get many kills. I don't know what the hell happened right there. But they got 66 kills. That was a mistake on my part, because one of the main killing parts of this army, the killing power, is in the mercenary Thracian Peltasts and those Hippias Lancers. And boom, the entire Roman legion just routs right there. They just cannot stand it. They cannot take it any longer. We are running down the last of their Syrian archers. But yeah, the main killing power in this army, in this build right here, suppose it could also be what those thorax swordsmen right there. Yeah, that's nice. So I could also be those thorax swordsmen right there, and yeah, for a bit. They got 55 kills. So the main killing power in this build is the Hippias Lancers, the mercenary Thracian Peltasts, and the holding power is these picked hoplites. Now they got a lot of kills for what they are. Hoplites aren't usually powerful enough to get that many kills. Let's see if we can look at some of the stats on them real quick. Let's Alright, let's see what they had. They had armored legionnaires. And I brought picked hoplites. Now stats on these picked hoplites are 42 melee attack, 61 melee defense, while the armored legionnaires are 58 melee attack, 56 melee defense. So by all accounts, these armored legionnaires should have crushed my picked hoplites. My melee defense is a little bit better. That's the nature of these hoplites, though. Their defense. That's why I brought them. Their melee defense is better. They have damn good melee defense, and they held that line long enough. They would have eventually been destroyed. They were being cut down, and they would have eventually been crushed by the armored legionnaires. But they survived long enough for my Hippias lancers to get back there. Athens has some pretty damn good missile units. They have these Rhodian slingers and mercenary Cretan archers, as well as mercenary Thracian peltasts. Now, Sparta has these Cretan archers and Rhodian slingers too, and they are good. They are deadly units, but that can't be it. Your missile units can't be your only killing power. You need something more. The problem with Sparta is they don't have any killing power. The only killing power you could say they have is the Rhodian slingers and the mercenary Cretan archers. I mean, also the Perioikoi peltasts could be killed, but they are not very good at defense in any way whatsoever. Their defense is not great. Their real killing power is in these two right there. And they have great holding power. Sparta has great holding power. And they have these great heroes of Sparta. And Royal Spartans and Heroes of Sparta. They're pretty good units, but you can only have two units of Heroes of Sparta in any army. And they have less units. You can only have 120 of them, while normal units have 160. They have no killing power. It's really disappointing. It really pisses me off. I wanted Sparta to be my favorite faction. I really love Sparta, the whole thing about Sparta. It's really disappointing that it appears Sparta is better, that it appears Athens is better than Sparta. I want Sparta to be better, but in this game, Athens is better than Sparta. These picked hoplites are devastating, but not only do they have picked hoplites, they have thorax hoplites, they have mercenary veteran hoplites. They could all do the job. They have the melee infantry, they have the thorax swordsmen, which can be a part of your killing contingent. Athens has a lot of weaknesses, but they also have some pretty good strengths. So, I guess bottom line of the whole thing, don't throw Athens out with the baby water. Athens is not a complete garbage faction. They can be feared, and they can be used well in the right hands. And also with my opponent, I suppose with a better build or a better opponent, the army I had could be countered, could be crushed. But you know, moral of the story: Athens is not a complete garbage faction, and they can be used to some great effect. I am your graphics rogue, and I will see you next time. Peace.